in the vicinity of where that ball was heading.
DeKroger
pitch to O'Halloran. He is pushing forward, runs over an unsuspecting linebacker, and he is down to about the 23.
Well, that was a good quick reaction because it's the that quick screen, and again, if it's not caught, it's an incomplete pass, even though it's a forward, kind of like a forward pitch. But in this case, Lowell collapsed, made a good play, but it was a plus yardage or positive yardage for Menlo.
Lowell's going to take a timeout as they are trying to stop the bleeding here. They had Menlo 3rd and very long, gave up a first down, and now it's 2nd down inside the 20, or close to the 20 rather. DeKroger passed to O'Halloran down the seam towards the goal line and down at about the 2-yard line.
Well, that's that hot receiver concept we've seen Menlo use in the first 3 games that we've covered, and real nice throw and catch. The back reads the defense, the quarterback makes the same read, and then just throws the ball right in that vacated area. So real nice, and an opportunity for Menlo to score right before the half.
Lowell takes a timeout as they would like to get the ball back here with a little bit of time left in this half if they're going to give up a score. DeKroger pumps once, throws over the middle of the field, and it is caught for a touchdown.
Nice play.
Ryan O'Halloran, the man who came up with it, and Menlo gets the lead back. It's 12-6, point after pending.
Well, just as we saw earlier, the receiver positions his body so that he can ward off the defender and make the catch. And Ryan O'Halloran did a good job at the balls.
Ball is fumbled,
that's
and
dead. You can't advance.
It is going to be dead there. So the point after is no good again. So it's 12-6. An unusual score, but nonetheless a lead for the Knights as halftime approaches.
Right, not much time left, so we might see a squib here. It just depends on whether they do not squib it. So you have to deem whether the return man is, how dangerous are they. So
this is Torres with it, and he is up to about the 30, make it the 25-yard line.
Now the good news, Casey, is that Lowell is not usually effective as a passing team, so they have very little time to go ahead and score. So I think that Menlo is wise to keep them so far away, give up yardage, but not a anything but a touchdown here.
Yeah, you don't normally see a long strike capability from an offense set up this way.
Not like this.
Pitch goes to Hahn, and he turns the corner and is pushed out of bounds by Jerry Rice.
Well, as long as, give them yardage, but don't give them a score, that's okay. And so they pick up, good yardage, no doubt about that. But, they still have a long ways to go and can't, they apparently didn't have a field goal kicker either. So with their extra point, try being a 2-pointer.
Pitch goes to Hahn again. Wang Hahn turns upfield, stays in bounds. Nope, excuse me, got out of bounds.
And he made good yardage. That's another 4 or 5 yards. But again, you're going to be playing a little bit softer, I think, if you're Menlo right now. Allowing them to make yards, not worrying much. There's only, seconds to go in the half.
Under half a minute remaining here in this first half. Menlo out in front, 12-6.
They split the man out, and now they're going to throw.
And they're throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Intended on the far side for Fahim Carter.
Well, and as you mentioned, Casey, they broke the formation. Kind of gives you a tip and a clue as to what maybe they're going to go ahead and do.
Could be the final play of this first half. Handoff around the outside. Not much room there, and that is going to do it for the half as Lowell is out of timeouts.
Well, you want to tackle them in bounds as Menlo did, and then, that ends the half. So
Menlo will take a 12-6 lead into the break. We'll be back with the second half here on CCSA. Second half about ready to get underway here from Woodside High School as Menlo out in front 12-6. And Ray, both teams really were able to effectively use their own individual offenses, as different as they are. But both teams pretty much moving the ball up and down the field at will.
Well, I agree with you, Casey. The defenses have problems stopping the other offense, but it's a low-scoring game right now. But I think Lowell is doing what they want to do in a sense of, time-consuming, using a lot of time on their run plays, moving the ball up and down, and keeping Menlo off the field. Let's see what happens in the second half. See if somebody can kind of open it up or make some big plays. But it is a good contrast, and it's been enjoyable watching, and I think probably tough playing in this game for the players because each team, their defense is just good enough to stop the other, but not keep them off the field for very long. Except for that first 3 and out for Menlo, it's been up and down the field for both teams.
The Knights to kick off to Lowell to start this second half. A low line drive kick. It's going to be a nice kick that's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
It would have been better if it didn't make it into the end zone because Lowell may not have covered it. It would have been the longest onside kick in history. All right, here we go. Back to the scrum.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Trailing 12-6, and the pitch on first down goes to Wong. And he tries to break out of the pack, but picks up a couple on the first down carry.
Something I mentioned before, Casey, the referees won't blow the whistle until they're sure the play is over. And, you get a lot of extra additional yardage if you're a big back running behind this big line. So nice play by both teams.
That's one thing you see a lot in this type of offense is a big pile moving downfield, and then all of a sudden somebody will break out with the ball and be gone. So Menlo is doing a nice job containing so far as Kevin Lee picked up a couple on second down. It'll bring up 3rd and about 7.
Well, also each coaching staff has had a time to adjust during halftime to say, hey, is our plan can we implement our plan? Can we continue to do so? And let's see whose plan works best in the second half.
Pitch goes to Juan
Nice
Hahn.
job.
Not much there as Menlo
was into the backfield.
Force an early 3 and out.
That's backside pressure and at the point of attack. So real nice defense and forcing, as you mentioned, three plays now. Now Lowell is not going to risk it here 80 yards away. We haven't had a chance to see what their punter looks like.
Punt formation, and it's a high end-over-end punt.
But Menlo is going to get excellent field position. It's going to be a short field. It's going to be at least 40 or 39 yards away.
So the Knights right back out on offense, up 12-6. O'Halloran in motion to the near side. DeKroger rolling to this side. Passing on the run is complete to Jerry Rice. Rice
Nice
still
move.
on his feet, makes a man miss, even cuts back into the center of the field to try and pick up more yardage, and has a first down for Menlo.
Well, that's kind of a quick read and a nice. Jerry Rice Jr. makes this first man miss, steps out of the tackle, gets by a next man with a nice straight arm, and then so picks up additional yardage before he's brought down. So Menlo is moving down the field and probably another first down being field goal position.
O'Halloran comes back now, 4 receivers, 2 on each side, and a handoff to Mariama. Mariama tries to turn the corner, still on his feet inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line.
Well, that's that counter that Menlo has run very well. So it's a good job and nice running and good blocking, I might add. So now they're in position with that first down, certainly to go ahead and hopefully push the score and push it up by more than 1 touchdown, more than 6 points.
Rice in motion. Marachi, the man in the backfield. Pass down the right side for Chris Ryan is right on the money and is good for a touchdown. A very nice throw by DeKroger, puts the perfect amount of touch on it, and Chris Ryan did the rest. He got the space he needed and picked up the score. So Menlo takes advantage of that great field position and goes in for the score. It's now 18-6.
Well, ball thrown, like we talked about before, right where it has to be, the outside. And
point after up, and it is no good.
So that can be important. You hope that it doesn't hurt Menlo, but extra points can be the difference in close, tight games. So anyhow, let's see what happens on the kickoff here. See if they can put it in the end zone as they did. No.
Taken at the 5. And Hahn trying to move upfield, but he is taken down quickly. Good coverage on that play by the Knights.
And really just as good, even better. I think they're maybe out the 18-yard line. So if Menlo can go ahead and hold them 1, 2, 3 again, force the kick, get good field position, maybe get at least 3, that would really help. It'd put Lowell at a disadvantage with this time-consuming offense.
3 men in the backfield again for the Cardinals, and they hand it off. Ryan O'Halloran was not fooled, however.
No, this is actually a sweep. This is one of the first times that the play has been designed to go outside, but no.
That's why they don't go outside much.
Well, it takes a little longer to get there.
Lee was the ball carrier, and this is a counter to the near side.
And that's one of the first times, Casey, we've seen that counter, and it was fairly effective. You get used to going with first flow, first action, and if your backside people have to remember there's a possible reverse or counter. So nice play.
3rd down, pitch. Not much room there.
Well, good gang tackling, and at the point of attack, you can see that Menlo has put a lot of bodies there. So I think the good defensive adjustments at halftime. So, but Lowell, they're going to go for it.
They will.
On 4th, this is a real big play right here.
With the way Menlo quickly struck on offense, they handed off on that counter run again. And
I think they made the first.
They do have the first down, it would appear.
Ooh, that was a real gamble as far as I'm concerned. And, gutsy call by Lowell, and they made the first down. So it makes it look good, but risky in my opinion.
Very risky. Handoff goes up the middle.
Well, that might have been the fullback.
Nobody knows where the ball is, including myself.
I think it was given to the fullback. It was. And because he's so close, it's hard to tell. He's often used as a blocker. He's often, you just don't, you kind of lose track of. But he got the ball.
It almost looked like he tripped himself, to be honest. And he could have probably run halfway down the field before anybody realized where he was.
Now that's the pitch, and that's the normal base play on that, where the quarterback pitches the ball and kind of leads, and the running back has the option where he can find his own hole. But he was met rather smartly there.
Rather rudely by Logan Richard. Looked like number 23 in on the stop.
Well, Menlo is blitzing, and they're trying to get through in the center of the line, and now that's good gang tackling. And because there are no line splits, the linemen are, just toe to toe. They're right next to one another. It's hard to find a crease or a seam. So you just have to, again, match power with power here.
They do pick up a first down, so they're slowly but surely moving the chains.
That's handoff counter
goes to Hahn, and Wang Han is taken down after about 3. This is another one of those offenses like the triple option was, Ray, where if you don't have the ball, you're going to probably get tackled regardless.
Well, in this case, the quarterback is also a blocker, which is very, very unusual. In the early days of football, usually you had one ball carrier and a lot of blockers, and this is the quarterback's just a glorified blocker. He pitches and often leads and blocks. That was the fullback again.
Not much room. Actually did pick up about 4 or 5 yards. That was number 30 on the play, Joaquin Torres, coming through the line.
Well, they're going to give it to that fullback just to keep you honest, keep the defense honest. So it's 3rd and short, maybe about 3rd and 2. But the wing backs and the halfbacks are usually the ones that are going to get the ball. There's the pitch. Now, he ran that on his own. That play was, I think, designed more to the left, but he ran it to the right.
That was David Kwong.
But he saw the seam of the crease and went to his right, made the first down.
So Lowell now inside Menlo territory here as they have slowly but surely moving this ball down the field.
Similar play where they pitched it and he went straight ahead rather than to the right. He went back to his left. So they have Lowell has some counters in their offense when you defensively try to go ahead and read or overreact. Pass.
Passing situation, and the pass goes out right, and it is complete. Complete to Kwong coming out of the backfield.
He was well covered, but he ended up with the ball. Now that's, I think, the first pass this half, And Menlo was not fooled, but they completed it and made the first down. So Lowell's got a nice drive.